Hello everybody, Iain Robson here for another edition of the All-American Farm. Alright, we got a couple things going on today. As you can see, we got the potato harvest going on here, and if you look back in the distance there, you can also see both of the combines. They are currently doing their thing. One of the really funny things about this guy right here is because when I first started the series, I actually had a Grimmy Maxtron, which is for sugar beets, not for potatoes. And some of the keen-eyed of you actually saw it, and some of you guys didn't. But just thought I'd point that out. Maybe laugh when I discovered that. Some people actually picked it up and they actually mentioned it, which made me laugh quite a bit. So, anyways, we got all of the John Deeres. We got the 7260R currently unloading this combine. That's not doing anything. The 8400 is currently unloading the potato digger. I actually messed around with the textures on this a little bit, so now it's got the new textures but the old wheels, which I kind of like so far, although I did mix around with that, or mess around with that for a while before I got the to work properly. So let's hop into this guy right here because we need to refuel that S680 there. So I'm gonna get a sip of my hot lemonade. Alright. So this is episode 25, I realized. I took a look to see what episode it actually was, and I was like, what episode is it? Because I don't remember. So it's actually episode 25, so I'm thinking what I'm going to do is this the right one? Yes, it is the right one. Let me just get this. There we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to episode 30, or 30 episodes, and then we're going to change up to a new map. And I actually already have the new map chosen, which is kind of funny actually when you think about it. But I encountered a pretty darn good map that I have been messing around with a little bit off camera. Really enjoy it. So, because I really enjoy the map, I figured, well, I think I'm just going to veto the whole voting process this time around because it's a really cool map, and I think I have something lined up that's pretty cool, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, so as you can see, we got the 680. He's just being refueled. These guys take just a crazy amount of fuel, as you can see, 600 liters. And let me just hop out here, hop back into the Ford. We actually have 8 and 10 and 11 also to harvest, and I'm not sure what they're planted in. Wheat and barley there, and we have canola here, potatoes here. We don't have oats and soybeans. There's a mod you can get which actually takes the extra fruits out. Like if you're playing on a map that doesn't have those, I don't know why it does it, but some maps will actually they'll overwrite, I guess you could say. They'll actually overwrite the other. Oh, here he is. They'll actually overwrite the other fruits you have, or add extra fruits when you actually don't have it. Like obviously we don't have those other fruits on this map. So, anyways, so this is how the dual combine situation is supposed to work on these fields. You do need to give one of your combines a bit of a head start so they don't run into each other, but it is pretty cool once it gets going because then you can have two combines working at the same time, which is pretty nifty if you ask me. I like it. You get your roast through, you just fly through fields. It's ridiculous how fast you can actually go through a field. Is this Fent gonna be alright? Yes. Excellent. So some people I mentioned the fact that in one of the previous episodes, I don't know, episode 16 or something, I was asking about what the floor is called, or what this type of floor is called. And a lot of people gave me the answer. It's called a walking floor, which is kind of cool, actually. And I actually got a link from, I think it was Greg, and he actually said, hey, this is what it's called, so, which is pretty cool, actually. What we could do is we could get the case. We didn't plant any corn, did we? No. So what we'll do is we'll get the. I realize I don't have that many American combines other than the John Deeres, and I'm trying not to be so pro John Deere, but I haven't honestly found too many other really good combines that I enjoy, other than those John Deeres. I do have, of course, the Case 9630, but that is about it. I've got this New Holland as well. Other than that, I don't have any other larger... There's a New Holland combine out there. I've looked at it before. It just doesn't twig my fancy very much for whatever reason, so... I don't know. I've tried it before and I just didn't like it at all. Now the question is, should we get the header for this case? Or should we get another John Deere? And the only reason why I'm suggesting that is because this takes forever to turn around. Now that I'm realizing it, I'm going to go ahead and sell this. Some of you may not like this. It's not because I don't like cases, it's because the mod itself takes forever to turn around. I had the same problem. When I was using it on the modern American farming map. It would just take forever to turn around and just made it really, really, really inefficient to use. So unfortunately, the case 9630 is going to go. 9230, sorry, is going to go. It's just because the mod itself is not a very solid mod. So that leaves us with a few options. Now I could get another John Deere, or I could get a Kloss. Although Kloss isn't super American. Although apparently Kloss is associated with, what's the title of the company called? Cat. I believe they're associated with Cat in the United States and Canada. And there are some, you know, dealers out there that sell Kloss in North America now. So again, the only reason I'm getting rid of this particular combine is just because it's slow to turn. It takes forever. So in terms of efficiency, and we kind of need efficiency at this point, this is not my friend. Yeah. It's unfortunate because it's a cool combine. I like the way it folds out, and it has a pretty good track system right there. I think it's based on the Kloss 770. So, but unfortunately, does not seem to want to work in the fashion I want it to work. Which is effectively, unfortunately for us. So I am going to sell it. Ah well. These are the things that happen sometimes. I don't know why I'm driving. I don't really need the extra money, but I'm going to go ahead and drive it there anyways. Just for the sake of it. As you can see, someone pointed out, I think it was Jared maybe, or Mr. Van Bruggen, I can't remember, but someone said, Ian, where are the shadows? It's because I actually had the video settings on low. Just because I wanted to see if it would change a couple other little things. So it's like basically doing a little testing is what it boiled down to. But as you can see, they have returned. I put the settings back onto, it's not high, it's on medium, I think, is what I have it set on. And that's only for recording purposes primarily. I don't have a beastly video card like TCGG Rob does. Not by a long shot. So, alright. So because of that, I am going to keep it on medium, but then through shadows, it still looks decent. I probably could put it on high and record relatively okay, but doesn't always make a big difference. It just makes it less fun to play when you are when you're playing, I guess. All right, let's just drive that in there, like so, sell it, like so. Alright, so let's do this. Let's get... is this farm big enough to warrant... Let's just get one other combine. Let's get another track combine. And... technically now I could have 3 combines working on the same field. I guess I could do that, couldn't I? Oh, that would be kind of interesting to see, actually. I'm just going to get the same one just because it'll look kind of cool to have the same combine in the field. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and reset it. I'm not going to drive it back. Don't have that kind of time. Where is it? And cha-cha, like so. Alright, this guy can go into group 2. Excellent. I'm just going to drive this guy right down there right now because we do need to get that harvest started down the other side of the field there. Our other field, I should say, completely, because we're kind of on the clock a little bit. So because we're kind of on the clock, we do need to keep things rolling as fast as possible. I guess I really shouldn't do this, but... Oh, that. Huh. It looks like, if I go like this, it looks like the steering wheel disappears. That's funny. There we go. So I'm going to get this guy started on field. Doesn't matter which field, really. 8, I guess. 8 and 10. Oh, that's a big one, isn't it? That is kind of a big field. Should we put it on that field, or should we put it on the other field? Field 11. Field 11 might be a bit better. Yeah, let's do that. I know normally you wouldn't drive down the street with a combine, but these are really wide roads. Like, look how wide these roads are, so... I don't feel that bad driving down the road, but I'm going to drive on the side here. Just to say, you know, trying to avoid driving in the middle of the road. Alright, now let's see if we can find the right course. It is F11 Combi. I have two of the same ones, apparently. Guess it really doesn't matter. What is this, a 12-meter head? Just about, yeah. There we go. Get this guy started, put it in field mode. First waypoint. Oh, I'll just reset it. There we go. First waypoint. There we go. So we'll get this guy started on that, and what we'll do is we'll use the other John Deere we have sitting around right now and use him as an overloader. See, it wouldn't make a difference anyways. There's my header trailer right there. And honestly, in terms of time, this is actually quicker to drive the combine there like this. It's kind of silly when you think about it, but it definitely is. Alright. Let's get this guy rolling. There we go. And the other reason why I'm kind of reluctant to mess around with too many other combines is because, do we want the straw? Really? How did you miss that? It's because I am using the developer version of courseplay, and because of that, enable chopper. Do we need straw? Probably not. Or do we? I don't think so. We have 2 fields. I'll check. Let's just go for it. It never wants to get that first waypoint. There we go. And I'm gonna slow this guy down to an appropriate speed. That's probably good. Alright, this is the combine tractor I want. Excellent. Let's grab the overloader, which is right over there. I don't know why, but I don't know why Ago or Algo, how you want to say, the person who made this tractor, I don't know why they went with, well, I know why. They're trying to go for realism, but it's really annoying with the whole, I have to hit shift in order to change the direction. Oops. Let's just do this here. There we go. In order to change the direction. It just seems a bit silly to me, but I'm not an expert by any means. Alright, we want overloader version 2. Let's take a nice little turn here. This guy we can actually drive on the road. Should be fine. Alright, and put him into overloader mode. Try not to drive in the middle of the road. I guess it doesn't matter if it's manual or not. Are we getting closer or further away? This... Oh, we also have the Class Jaguar. I totally forgot about that. We should definitely plan a field and core next time around. Because I currently have the telehandle, the Merlot telehandle. He's doing the thing over at the BGA there. So I should totally get that rocking. Alright. This should be good. And is he in the right space? Yes. Go. Drive behind combine. Okay, so this means we need to get one of these trucks rolling. Not this one. This one should work. Let's get the Peterbilt rolling here. I gotta admit, the inside of this thing is pretty slick. Gotta admit that. Alright, so sell canola at the inn. No, we want F11. Oof, it's a little touchy there. And we want the overloader truck. And that's the right. Send him on his way. He should be fine. He might do a loop around first, but he'll live, I think. Alright, this is good. Things are rolling as they should be. Look at this. It's funny, I've actually, now that I've messed around with some of these trucks, I've actually looked around to see what Peterbilts look like in real life, and they actually do have this little hole here, which kind of threw me off a little bit. I was like, is that just like, you know, for farming sim sake? No, it's because in real life they actually have that. For whatever reason. Oh, you know what I do need to do though? Oops, I wanted this guy right here. I do need to unfold the pipe. Because for whatever reason, he doesn't automatically do it. Again, best reason to use courseplay. It starts unloading, does 10%, and then it continues, or does 20%, I should say. Whoa. It's not that heavy. It does 20%, and then it continues on, which is pretty cool. I don't think I've picked up any new mods, now that I think about it. There's a couple I've picked up. I picked up any new tractors. Any big tractors for this farm, I should say. Honestly, I haven't picked up any. Like, I guess the real reason is that because Farming Sim 2015 is coming out soon, a lot of people aren't releasing a crazy amount of mods. So, I did pick up this thing. And I think that's partially the reason why there haven't been a lot of exciting things. I could pick up another tractor, but I think at this point we are pretty good in tractor land. I could replace one of them, now that I think about it. No, I don't think there's... At this time, I think we're okay. Nice. Looks like that tire's turning a bit too fast there. I guess because it was off the ground. And let's set this guy up properly. Oops. Where am I here? Start driving at 25% and drive on at 90. The only reason I set it to so low is just so it'll trigger faster, because it takes forever sometimes to trigger. And let's put this guy to, oh, he's got a good field speed. And maximum. There we go. That's not a terrible speed. This would be probably pretty quick to go still with this size. Oops. With this size of overloader, I imagine, like 20 clicks is probably just a wee bit too fast, but I'm not an expert by any means. No combine in reach, eh? Okay. Fine. Drives all the way back here and decides how to turn around. Oh, goodness. Is that always the case, right? Excellent. So, we have this guy doing this. So, I could probably, if I were to get another combine, I could have 2 combines go in this field. But I think for now, I'll just leave it for 1, because this field's not too big. But this field right here, I will definitely have to have 2 combines roll at the same time. And I could use the same place right here for the truck, which is good. I don't know. I wonder if courseplay allowed you to rename stuff, or the new... I don't know if it did. Let's just check. That's add, that's load, that's put it into a file. No. That'd be too much, I think, for it to do that. So as you can see, I have the Merlot here. He's currently unloading this bunker right here. I don't know how much he has left here. Let's go a quick peek. 383,000 liters. Oof, it's going to take a while. Maybe it's time we upgraded to something just a wee bit bigger. Yeah. That's fine. You can keep that in your bucket there, guy. And this is as good as a place I need to stop it. Alright. Now... what options do we have for front loaders? I don't think we have many big ones. This, the problem with this is that, I think I've said this 100 times now. Too many times probably. It'll unload anywhere. And not necessarily always into the place where you want it. I actually saw a pretty cool front loader from, what was it? It was like the vanilla one, the same one you see all the time, but the only difference was the fact that it would actually had a high, what's called a high tip bucket, so it just tip really high, which is nice. If you recall from the last episode, we picked up another set of implements there, so we can seed twice as fast, because if you recall, it took forever to seed. Well, you didn't see all of it, but I saw all of it. So this is just a vanilla one, nothing too exciting, but it does work well and doesn't tip everywhere. And honestly, out of all my travels, all of my experience, I guess, This is the one that actually has functioned the best, for me at least. I'm sure there's other ones out there that'll work well, but this one always seems to work the best for me. So that's why I tend to gravitate towards it. And honestly, we have, what, 2 bunkers there, and I probably could easily make $100,000 back just from one of those bunkers, so I'm not that worried about the money we just spent. And technically, we still have 800,000. Because we could buy another field, now that I think about it. We could make this into one giant field, but that's just... I don't know, actually. We have... Could do that. Potatoes... Oh, potatoes is up? Oh, how long is potatoes there for? Another 5 hours? We should sell some potatoes probably then. I don't know what potatoes is normally like. Oh, it's a good... I don't know. I have to check that now. Alright, so the reason I'm just driving this there is because it's actually a bit quicker, just because where the BGA is actually located on this map. So that's the reason why I'm just doing it this way. As opposed to... That's weird. Is there 2 cameras? I guess there is. Alright, I guess we could... Yeah, it's weird. Apparently there seems to be 2 places for the camera to be. Those cars are having a face-off, apparently. They're like, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. Actually, there's a pair of squirrels from Looney Tunes, I think it is. Back in the day. The 2 squirrels would basically constantly say, you go first. No, you go first. And they were just sickeningly polite to each other, which is pretty funny. I don't know. I found it really funny. I forgot the squirrels are called. There's a word for that. Let's set that as the... Where am I here? Loading position. Let's go ahead and grab a little bit of silage here. That's weird. Now, the big problem I'm going to run into probably is maneuverability. So I may have to redo the course, and if that's the case, I'm not too worried about it. I'll do that off camera. Alright, so... Let's just see. Actually, it should be interesting to see the way courseplay handles this articulated vehicle now. That will be the transporting pre-unloading position. Transporting pre-unloading and unloading. That should be good. Alright, let's see if this works. So, I am kind of curious. B3 unload. I have a feeling it's going to go in circles just because the vehicle I was using originally. But we're going to find out in a second here. Now the funny thing would be is if... I'm going to move this out of the way because undoubtedly it's going to get into everybody else's way. There we go. Interestingly enough, I've been messing around. I tried out the GMC right here. Actually, it does work with the new courseplay, just not very well, I discovered. So originally, what I tried to do was I tried to put it on someone else's course like you would normally do, and feels fine. This is good. I put it on someone else's course, like the one I already recorded, and it was fine. Then oh, wow, that's not so bad at all, actually. Then it didn't work at all when I put it on another course that I had already put it for. And then I tried making it its own course with the GMC. Same thing happened. Wow, this is actually working a lot better than I thought it was going to. Wow, that worked really well. Huh. That is surprising that it worked that well. Not gonna lie to you here. Alright, well, let that do its thing then. We're going to keep the Merlot because we are going to need it for loading bales. Because we do have... Not the T9. It's around here anyways. We do have those bales chilling out. As you can see. I should probably move these bales right here, actually. I guess we could do that right now. I should really sell this little thing. It's just stuck in the ground there, and it hasn't moved since I left it there. Alright, let's just do that then. Oof. This is what happens when you get too many vehicles all in the same place. Does not work out well. Alright, let's fire this guy up here. Oh yeah, it's one of these ones. Alright. Let's see. Can I grab 2 or 3? Let's grab a weight first, because it's not more realistic or anything like that, but, well, more realistic in the sense that you'd probably do this in real life. In this particular game, it doesn't really make that much of a difference, but... There we go. Someone was saying this weight's actually supposed to be for the front, but it works just as well on the back. Alright, so this is where choosing to put the bales in the right place to begin with makes a big difference. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, it's probably just as well I put that weight on there. But this is why I really love these forks, because this thing is awesome. Like, look how easy that was. Just pop it in there. The cows, they don't need any TMI or anything. Technically, I probably should give them a bit more, but they have 100,000 liters. I think last time I tried to give them some TMI, they're like, nope, we're good. So I was like, alright, fine. Now, a lot of people were saying I technically should have wrapped these bales. And it could, I suppose. It honestly wouldn't make a difference. Not with the wrapper I have for these. Let's put it down here as good a spot as any. And then we'll go check on that 7260. He's stuck because he's running into the combine for whatever reason. I don't know how that happened. Maybe because it was loading. Who knows? Alright. That should be good. Combine's telling him to stop. Of course he's telling you to stop. Actually, the cool thing about this is I can probably move this combine to a different field after he finishes his passes, because the other combine's just going to do his thing. There we go. I don't know where I put that New Holland. This is as close as place as any. But I probably shouldn't leave these. Well, straw bales wouldn't make a big difference. I probably could move them if I really wanted to with... Actually, no, I don't have the trailer anymore. Never mind. Can't do it. But these ones definitely should be wrapped because they were baled wet. So I definitely should have not left them out there like that. Anyways, I am going to end the episode there for now, folks. I will continue moving those hay bales off camera because that is going to be a longer process. I'm going to leave the straw bales there because I don't really want to move them individually. But I will move the hay bales because they technically shouldn't be outside. Anyways, that's it for today, folks. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013 coming at you from the all-American farm. Catch you guys later.